They Will Kill You 2026 is an action comedy horror movie directed by Kirill Sokolov, and he's a Russian film director, and there's a lot of thorough, properly done Russian films that would be complete shit if they were in English, and obviously this film is directed by a Russian director, so the concept is superseded into English, so the quality and all the logistics of a Russian film doesn't permeate all that well into English, since Russian films are very deep drama, ontological and philosophical, and this film ended up being arse over tit clusterfuck of visceral shit for that reason being reconceptualized for an English speaking audience. It didn't work, it just didn't work. The movie begins with establishing that these two sisters, Asia played by Zazie Beetz and Maria played by Myha'la, are attempting to flee their abusive father, and Asia shoots him and gets arrested. And that was the first 10 to 15 minutes of the movie, and that was fucking good. It was intriguing. So then the movie then shifts to 10 years later, and Asia arrives at the building called the Virgil in New York City to work as a maid, a housekeeper, all just to search for her sister Maria, who also works as a housekeeper, and the whole movie is based in this one whole building. So Asia then goes on to meet this Irish woman who is the building manager and gives her a rundown on the facts of this 100-year-old building, and she explains that it's occupied by a mysterious wealthy elite and that the housekeepers that are being hired are supporting women housekeepers and all that bullshit. I mean, for fuck's sakes, it's a lot of delirious bullshit with the woman, and this one male character is a silver lining. He provides a sharp, blunt humour and doesn't give a fuck. He puts those bitches in their place. And the movie isn't suspenseful. In one scene, Asia is in the bathroom taking a shower, and while she's taking a shower, it says in legible text, "From the humidity on the mirror, they will kill you." And it couldn't be more fucking obvious than that. And then she's in the hall, and then the lights go out, so it's completely formulaic, non-organic, ludicrous, delirious scenes.
That's it. It's over.
So it's her first night at the building, and Lily takes her to her room and settles in and spots somebody watching her from the air vents, and she decides to just play it off for some reason, and then it shows you trepidation overtly. The door handle to her room is jiggling like a bitch with Parkinson's, and then there's somebody who's stroking her fucking toes in the dark while she's sleeping. Then she jolts up and somebody's strangling her and gets spitted to the floor. Now she's hiding in the closet, and these four blokes wearing black robes, these dressing gowns, are now attacking her with wooden planks, and she somehow has a machete, and she somehow manages to decapitate four people, lambs for the slaughter. And at that point, it's total, just unrealistic, ludicrous bullshit, where it did my head in watching all that. It just plateaus and drags on with the frantic, repetitive pacing. The whole movie is ghetto. The women on their menopauses are pulling weapons out of their asses, and then there's fucking confetti. There's a lot of gothic hipster music. The movie is by no means realistic. It's one of those movies that spits in the air to see which way the wind blows. There's a guy whose head is decapitated, and he's able to reattach his head back on and limbs, so you can expect absurd, irrational shit to happen. Lily's husband, who is a black man named Ray, played by Paterson Joseph, rescues Asia and explains that the whole building is a satanic, bloodthirsty, human sacrificing Freemason cult and have become immortal. Maria and Asia convene together to catch up on what they had missed since they last saw each other just ever so quickly, and Maria said that she had worked at a plethora of other shithole motels before being hired at the Virgil Hotel, and enjoyed working at the Virgil for the most part after she was due to be a fucking sacrifice, but was spared. And now Asia's piss is boiling and is arguing that Maria is wrong about her position, and Asia punches her out cold, so he gets fisticuffs. The two sisters just kick off, and Asia is getting hunted down by all the other maids. The movie really has no structure whatsoever. It's just rehashing formulaic failed escape attempts. Nobody gives a shit that they didn't escape. It was exhausting having watched all that bullshit of regurgitated scenes. Maria gets grabbed out and dragged away and breaks free, so Asia and Maria reunite and all that bullshit, get their shit together, and they're looking to now finally escape, get the fuck out for good. Now there's not a whole lot of dialogue, especially towards the end of the film where she's just fighting off the men in black cloaks with flame torches. And at the end she's just facing a fucking talking pig apparatchik who's possessed by the cultists. And Maria's now coerced to kill her sister Asia, but unalives herself instead, becoming immortal and kills the cultists, and now in the end Virgil explodes. The movie is definitely a bit of a stretch far out. She has to traverse her way through one sinister satanic cult straight from hell. And the reason why the movie is unrealistic is because it's completely detached from real life laws, where if you were to find yourself in that fucking situation, nearly having been killed, you would instinctively call the police, so it's far out. And it lacks suspense and common sense. There's just no fucking common sense to be found.